sure that you understand. Students, I'm primarily tonight talking to you. We at Mississinewa High School really put a lot of responsibility on our students. I understand as 8th graders, you're not a high schooler yet. I want you to enjoy your last year of middle school, but we want to continue to elevate your level of responsibility. So a lot of this will fall on your shoulders. You'll have the day-to-day operations of this laptop. Your parents will carry it from class to class. Your parents will carry it out to the bus or to their car. You will have that responsibility. Now, as I look around the room, some of your parents are already cringing. We haven't got to the bad stuff yet. But again, I encourage you, parents, to really encourage your students to be responsible, to make good choices as we work through this one-to-one initiative. The focus of our one-to-one programs for Mississinewa Schools is to provide tools and resources for the 21st century learner. Excellence in education requires that technology is seamlessly integrated throughout the educational program. And we believe that. Pre-K through 12. All of the iPads, not all of the iPads, about 400 of the iPads that were here in our students' hands last year are split up and have gone to both of our elementary schools, to our preschool students, to our kindergartners, to our 4th graders, to our 5th graders. We believe in technology, and I'm here to tell you guys, computers are not going away. So the sooner we understand that, the quicker we get on board with that concept, the more easily adapted we will be. We're going to go through a lot of information tonight. Most of this, if not all of it, will be in your folder when you pick it up. You will be asked to sign a parent-student pledge where both of you are agreeing to your goals in this one-to-one initiative. You students have responsibilities, parents, you have responsibilities, and we as a school, both middle school and high school, have responsibilities, and we're going to go over those. As I mentioned, ultimately, students, you're responsible. You're the ones handling these each and every day, and we're going to put a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. Parents, you can help with that. And taking some of the things that we're saying here tonight and really enforcing them over the school year. I feel like I say this about 15 times over the next 20 minutes, but what I'm about to say is really important. If your digital device is broken, if it is not working, if you open it up tonight and you turn it on and it boots up halfway and shuts off, you do it again, it does the same thing. Bring it back. If it happens in September, take it to your help desk at RJB. The sooner you get those things to us, the quicker we can diagnose and repair. There's going to be accidents, and I hate to say that, but there are going to be accidents. If you drop yours and there's an accident, it fell out of your hands, you dropped it on the carpet and it's still cracked, whatever. Take it in the next day and turn it in. Because we can fix some of those smaller cracks quicker and easier and cheaper than we can. Obviously, it still works, nobody knows. And then we wait a couple weeks or a couple months and that crack is bigger and bigger, and now it's going to cost us double what it would have if you just would turn it in. Students, accidents happen, you break it, turn it in. Parents, review this iPad. They bring it home, they're working on it, check it out. You're receiving a brand new, open for the first time, 11-inch Mac Air. Okay? If it's broken, let us know. This seems like a no-brainer to me, but you'd be shocked at some of the issues that we dealt with in high school the last 2 years. Your digital device should never be left in an unlocked locker, an unlocked car, or an unsupervised area. We were notorious for, during PE class, putting our backpacks in the bleachers, and then we'd go outside and we'd play a game, or we'd go to the track, and then we'd come in, and something was gone from our backpack. Yeah, it's unsupervised. There's nobody in here while everybody else is outside. And a kid that's going to the bathroom wanders away from the bathroom, gets in here and sees a gold mine. that's going to go in the locker. If I don't need it in here, I'm going to put it in my locker. You don't need your laptop in your gym class, put it in your locker. Don't leave your laptop in an unlocked car. It will get stolen. It's the world we live in. So if you're running into Circle K to get a Polar Pop, ladies and gentlemen, either take it with you or lock the doors. And I can't emphasize that enough. Time and time again, we had issues with students taking their device to Walmart, putting it in the car, turning around, get some things, and then leaving and not even thinking another thought about that iPad until they get to the car and it's gone. So please make good decisions, and parents, again, you can help us re-emphasize that. Absolutely no use of food or drink around these laptops. During lunch, you shouldn't have it out. If you're eating, the laptop should not be on the table. We're going to police that here at the high school, and they're going to police it at lunch in the cafeterias. Again, a no-brainer. Every single student will receive, with their Mac Air, this pretty hefty, pretty solid case. Okay, this case isn't bulletproof, it's not made of Kevlar, but it is pretty heavy duty. My guess is if you stood here and threw this, you probably could break it. But if you have that Mac Air in here, and you're carrying it, and you accidentally drop it, chances are it's going to be okay. If you don't have that Mac Air in there, cruising down the hallway, thinking you're all cool, and you drop it, it's going to break. Both at the high school and at the middle school, your Mac Air will be confiscated if it's not in the case. Parents, you can help us with this. Those kids come out to the car and that laptop's not in the case, you got to remind them. Because I know in this group, the parents are footing the bill. So we're providing this for you. You'll notice on front there's a zip pouch for your cord, your charger. That's all that should go in here. Not your handbook, not your tracking keeper, not pens or pencils, just your computer, just your charger. Again, each of you will get those today. You're supposed to bring your device to school every day, just like your books. Parents, when we were in school, you had to bring your books to school every day. These are 2015, these are our books. This is what we're using to learn. Instead of turning the pages, we're swiping. We're going to different websites. We're doing interactive things. You need to bring this to school every day, and it needs to be charged. We cannot guarantee you that your desk is going to be close to an outlet. And we're certainly not going to move you because you didn't charge your laptop. I know 99% of you in here that have cell phones, charge those babies, put your laptop right next to it and get it charged. Very important that you don't put anything inside of your computer when it's open. Again, they're pretty heavy duty, but if you put a pen or a pencil in there, you can put a book or your notebook, and then you shut this and lean on it or something presses against it, you're going to break the screen. You're going to break the keyboard. So make sure that you're using, again, what I consider common sense, but you're making good decisions with your device. The cable and charger, that is part of the package. You'll receive that. That is expected to be turned in good working order at the end of the school year, along with the computer and the case. If, for whatever reason, your device becomes broken, you drop it, there's an accident, maybe there's a software issue or something that's not working right. You turn it in. We will get you an alternate device. You will have something to use at school. We're going to do our very best to get it fixed as soon as possible and get it back to you. If it's under warranty, and most of the time anything that is the computer itself, the hardware, the software, not booting up or booting up and then shutting down, that's under warranty and we can get it fixed. But we need to know right away. If it boots up and every once in a while will work and you just, okay, well it worked this time, and then you let a month go by and you drop it and break it and say, well, it was broken a month ago, really. It's not going to work. The warranty will be void, and now it's going to have to come out of your pocket as parents. We will be inspecting the devices periodically in the classrooms, just to make sure that we don't have broken devices out there. If it's broken, turn it in. The issue we had times at the high school where, well, it still works, I'm not going to turn it in, but as I mentioned, the longer you go with a broken device, the harder it could be to repair it. Software upgrades, we do want you to keep your laptop updated. There's an automatic setting that you can have those updates go automatically. And again, the help desk will certainly help you with that. Okay, we talked about our responsibilities, or who has responsibilities. We talked a little about the students. Parents, your responsibility. For us here at the high school, and I know for at the middle school, one of the things that we really like to say, and 8th graders, you're going to hear this from me next year, the adults are in charge. The adults are in charge of Mississinewa High School, and the adults are in charge of R.J. Bassett Middle School. And parents, we encourage you, I'm not telling you how to parent, but I encourage you to have that same mentality when it comes to this device. This is an investment for us as a school, for us as a community, and as a tax base, and for you as parents. It's something we should be excited about. There are certainly some anxieties in all of our minds right now, in our hearts, but we encourage you to really be supportive of the things that we're talking about. Talk to them about the importance of taking care and making good decisions and keeping it in the case. Talk to them about good usage and turning it and charging it and bringing it to school each and every day. Now, if your student already owns a school-approved digital device, they already own an iPad, they already own a laptop, and it's compatible with what we're doing with these Mac Airs, you don't have to use this computer. You can use your own computer. But that's something that you need to meet with Mr. Reed, Mrs. Eckstein, and Mr. Winger. If you do use your own device, we will waive that $20 digital device usage fee because you're not using our device. School responsibilities. We have responsibilities in all this as well. We're going to provide filtering for the content that your son or daughter comes across in the school building, on our campuses, whether it be Northview or Westview or RJB or here at the high school. Once you leave, once that device leaves our campus, we can't filter it anymore. If you get into McDonald's Wi-Fi or you get into Starbucks Wi-Fi or your personal Wi-Fi, you're now subject to those filters. Parents, check your kids' history. And if you don't know how to do that, I know there's a lot of adults in this room that would love to help you figure that out. You are in charge. We want to make sure that our students are not on inappropriate areas. We're going to continue to help monitor our infrastructure and make sure that everything is up to par. I know that they've done a great job at the middle school. Some student activity that is strictly prohibited. Sending, accessing, uploading, downloading, distributing offensive, profane, threatening, pornographic, obscene, or sexually explicit materials is not prohibited. We have a very close relationship, 6 through 12, with the Gadsden Police, the Jonesboro Police, the Grant County Sheriff's Department, and in a couple of cases last year, we participated in investigations with the Indiana State Police. Students, you will get caught. So do not go to the internet and pull up an image, or do not receive, or do not solicit, or do not send an image that you know, every single one of you in here knows is not appropriate. You will get caught. Parents, you can continue to help us enforce that. Spamming, sending mass emails, soliciting likes on Facebook, soliciting votes for a scholarship, or soliciting go to this car wash, go to this party. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. You will have email. You need to use your email appropriately, but sending mass email through the school server is not okay. Vandalism, any malicious attempt to harm or destroy the hardware, the software, or the data, including uploading viruses, certainly not permitted. Again, there's so many different ways that we can track these things right back to your computer while you're here on our campuses. So, what if you do break a rule? What if you do, send an email or send a mass email, what are some consequences? And again, for us, we're going to investigate what the consequence, the punishment to fit the crime, but the privilege of using a digital device can be revoked. We may just have you check it in and check it out each and every day. We may take it away from you and just have you use a classroom computer or some other alternate device. We want you to make good decisions with these. You could be subject to detention, Thursday school, suspension, expulsion, or we hope certainly not criminal prosecution. We want you to make good decisions. Okay, let's talk money. As I mentioned before, the digital device usage fee is $20. If you had a high schooler, you know a little bit about this. In the past, it's been $50. We as administrative team sat down, kind of reevaluated how we're doing that, so that every student will pay $20 for digital device usage fee. Every student. If you have your own device, you're not using our device, you don't have to pay that $20. Okay, so what happens if I break it? First breakage, break it to us, we send it in to repair, and it'll cost you $75 for us to get it repaired for you. Okay? First breakage. Second breakage, you break it again. You know, I'm sure we have here at the high school, we have a little powwow with you and your parents. We talk to you about the breakage. Second breakage is the cost of repair, or if we feel that if we determine that the device cannot be repaired, the cost of replacement, which is $800. Again, back to the cases, back to making good choices. There's no reason why these should be broken one time, let alone twice, let alone beyond repair. If you break this intentionally, and we as a team, as a staff of administrators and technology team, if we determine you broke this on purpose, you're going to cover the cost to replace the device, $800. If you lose this device or this device is stolen, we're going to ask you to pay for half of it, $400. If the device is stolen, we want you to file a police report, and again, we will handle each of those situations individually. But we want you to be responsible. We want you to lock your car, take it in your house, keep it in your locker. This is also something different for those of you that had high schoolers in the past or haven't been here this week. Non-payment, outstanding combined balances greater than $50. Non-payment, you have outstanding combined balances of $50. Book fees, library fines, technology charges, and lunch fees. All of those combined, if you owe over $50, you will not get your device tonight. And you will not get to keep your device if you stay above $50. Right? And you're going to have an opportunity to find out what you owe and maybe even work through what you owe. But I do want to ask you one, I want to just beg you, this is not their fault. These people are volunteering their time, so don't take it out on them. We will be more than happy to work through these issues. We want everybody to have a device. But we also want bills to be paid. And we want your help. We want to work together. And if you have questions for us, Mrs. Eckstein is here, her team is here. We will work through those fines, those fees, library fines, book fees, technology charges, and lunch fees. And again, should we get over that $50, we will notify you, and we will confiscate the device, provide an alternate device there at the school. If at the end of the year we collect these devices, you turn in the back air, the charger, the cord, the case, all in working order. That's the expectation. If you don't, there has to be a charge. Okay? We're asking you to take care of it for 180 days. We're asking you to turn it in in good working order. If you leave, let's say you sign out and you move to Tennessee, you got to turn it in. You can't withdraw a Madison grant and say, oh, well, I'm going to take this computer with me. It's not how that works. These are Mississinewa Community Schools owned. We're issuing them to you. You leave. We don't want you to go, but you need to return it back to us. A couple things I want to hit on the pledge, and then I'm going to give you kind of the lay of the land, and then we're going to get you to your computers. I'm just going through a couple of my highlights from the student parent pledge. I will never loan out the school-owned digital device to other individuals. Big problem at the high school. Hey man, let me use your iPad. Hey man, let me use your MacBook. Okay? We're friends, sure. And then he turns, drops it, breaks it. Who's responsible? Me. It's mine. So what I'm going to do is, you get your own. Go ask Mr. Fresh. Okay? Don't load them out. Because I know you're thinking, oh, that will never happen to me. It's happened. I will not disassemble any part of the school-owned digital device or attempt any repairs. Anything like that, it will avoid the warranty. And again, it's going to cost us to get it repaired properly. That's kind of a no-brainer. I will protect the school-owned digital device by carrying the case providing you with a really pretty solid case. Use it. I'll use the school-owned digital device in ways that are appropriate and meet our expectations in our education. I know you're going to be on different websites and music and games. We're not saying that that's not okay. But when it's school time, it's school time. Your teachers will monitor that, and we want you as parents to help us monitor that as home as well. I understand that the school-owned digital device is subject to inspection at any time without notice. It remains the property of Mississinewa Community School Corporation. I know for me, and I think I can speak for Mrs. Eckstein and Mrs. Willinger, I'm not just going to walk up to somebody and take the device and just start thumbing through it. First of all, I'm not out looking for work. Second of all, I believe that you have rights. Now, I feel like there's due process and there's reasonable suspicion that I need to take that device and go through it, that you were late to sending or receiving inappropriate material. We're going to sit down and talk about it. And parents, we're going to include you in that. But never are we going to walk past you in the hallway and just swipe your device because we're bored, because I don't think we've ever been bored. Okay? We'll file a police report in the case of theft or vandalism. We'll be responsible for all damage or loss caused by neglect or abuse. And I go back to abuse. What does abuse mean? To give you an example, and I know the iPads are a little bit different. We had a student, honest mistake, was walking right out here outside the weight room door, didn't have his protective case on, which is almost essentially like an outer box, and some of you may have seen it. Didn't have his case on, dropped his iPad, and cracked it. Cracked it in the corner, kind of let it right along there. And guess what? He was mad. He knows that this is going to cost him. So what he did then was kick it. So he went from a $75, oops, we got to get this fixed, to a $400 intentional damage. We want you to make good choices. And you will agree to return the digital device and power cords in the case in good working condition. A lot of information. I know there's a lot of questions swirling. You're thinking, what's going on? But this is where we're at in 2015 and beyond. I'm excited. I want you to be excited. I'm anxious. I feel your anxiety. I'm anxious for our seniors, let alone our middle schoolers. But this is going to be great. Okay, be patient with us, be patient with middle school staff as they work through it, be patient with the high school staff as we help them work through it. But this is going to be great. Now, here's kind of the lay of the land. You're going to go over here in a nice, organized fashion.